This is one of the biggest lessons I've learned so far, is that instead of just writing the book that I want to write, the book that's on my heart, the message I have to share, especially as an unknown. I mean, I don't have this great big platform. Somebody came to me and did a strategy session last week, and one of the things they were pointing out Mel Robbins and Brené Brown and just this Simon Sinek, like these really, really big names with really large platforms. They could pretty much publish on anything, and those books would be a big hit because they have such a mass following. But when you don't have that platform behind you, you need to write and create. I say write and create because books are made differently. You need to be publishing the book that people are actually asking for. So that's where I got back into the research, and I started to narrow down my focus for what book my next book would look like. And I've even changed the type of book that I'm going to create. So I went from having a chapter book that is written directly to women, and I switched entirely from going from adults to children. So I did a children's book, and it came entirely out of just something that I had a natural passion for. It was a way for me to turn my hobby into a book. And so I was using drawing on my iPad in Procreate and using that to draw simple illustrations, because I'm not a master artist, drawing simple illustrations that could be turned into dot to dot, like leaving the dots open for connect the dots. And there is an audience there for books on that. And specifically, I started to narrow down like what topic, what designs would I put into this book and what features I would do. And so that became book number 3 and book number 4 that just got published. So totally different basis there, which also then taught me other things about creating a pen name and how to introduce yourself in a new market. So there's been so many different lessons that have emerged out of this. And I think that's why my intuition had this sense that 12 books is what it was going to take for me to explore this year, to investigate, to learn, to try different things, and to push myself outside of the parameters of what I knew going into this project at the start of the year. And so now we're wrapping up the end of April, month 4. And I am seeing now, going back to that book that I wrote in February, I'm seeing better where I want to put this. One, I've changed the brand name, so that makes sense for why I had some hesitation there. I need to sort some things through with that particular brand, that particular focus of book. And I see now how I want to have that book go along with a devotional journal and tie that in, and kind of how I want to position this book. Because now I've learned so much more about where the research ties in and how the positioning of the book matters as you put your book out into the market. If you want your book to be a success, you want your book to sell, you want your book to do something for you, you've got to think about the research. You've got to think about positioning really before you even start to write the book. It's very similar to people who are publishing on YouTube, and they say, don't even record your YouTube video until you've already written out like what is the video going to be about, and you have a strong title and you've created your thumbnail, because those two things matter first. So you know where your video is going to hit, then go record the video. Those two things matter more than where you're starting out with the content in your video. And I would say the same of a book. You've got to know what the research is saying, so you know what people are searching for, what is already on the market, what do people like and what they don't like. Where could you fit on Amazon? Where could you fit into the market with your book so that people can see what it is that the value you have to bring to them? Remember, everybody's searching for something. So with the kids' books, what's the problem there that they're searching for? They're looking to entertain their kid. They're looking to keep their kid busy. So these better be good, great drawings that the kids are interested in, that they want to engage with. And it better have enough length to it to keep a kid engaged once they get started. But at the other time, they're not going to want to. So somebody had posted a hardcover book, and it was, not that I'm totally opposed to a hardcover in kids area, but it was a hardcover and it was expensive. I'm like, for a dot-to-dot book, that's like, paperback is fine, and they're going to toss it around, and it's like on the go. It's simple. It needs to be light and easy to carry. Like, so I'm thinking paperback, I'm thinking smaller, I'm thinking simpler, I'm thinking easy to use. And if they go through it in a day, it's okay. I'm only out, $8, $9, something like that, not $25 on a book. So these kind of variables all matter. So if you want to engage with me more, you want to be in a community with other people who are publishing their first book or their next book, using their book either to promote their business or to become their business, earning profit from your books, join me inside the published community on Skool. And this is where we're doing all these conversations. This is where we're going deep, and we have community meetups where we're just working on our books together, along with other great resources to support you in your journey. So join me over there on Skool. It's going to be a fun time for new emerging authors looking to self-publish on Amazon and grow their business some way, shape, or form with a book. It's so much fun.